I just woke up, but we have things to discuss. So watch this video and then we'll talk. As I've said many times before, I don't know sports ball, nor do I care about what men are doing. But for obvious reasons, I wanted to know about the backstory behind what that woman was talking about. And he looked pretty uncomfortable to me. So just for safety purposes, everything that I'm about to say is alleged. So first, who is this Booga? He is a tennis player, obviously, and this happened earlier this year at the Australian Open. Oh, also for those of you who are new here, hello, my name is Shayna. I'm a journalist. I talk a lot about decentering men and child-free living. If any of that sounds like a vibe, please like, share, and subscribe. And for more of the good stuff, definitely follow me on Patreon. Oh, and if you too would like to become a freelance writer, a journalist, or basically somebody that gets paid to write, I have a masterclass, and that will be in the comments below. Links to that will be in the comments below and above. And if you sign up, there's an early bird discount right now. I just launched it, and I'm feeling very proud of it. So, yeah, want to share the joy? We need more writers out there for sure. So what happened? I'm not going to go into the story of both of these women, but we could just imagine that they are give or take the same. I think one was just a work partner, and then somebody else was in a romantic relationship with him. So we're going to talk about Brenda. And this is from ESPN. The links to this will be below. So, according to a court document from October, I'm not going to try and pronounce that, Booga was accused of physically abusing and damaging the health of a woman during an argument in Berlin in May 2020. The woman, his former partner, Brenda, who was also the mother of his daughter. ESPN doesn't usually name alleged victims in domestic abuse, but Petya, I think that's Petit, yeah, I think that's right. Went public with her accusations. In an interview, Petya said Booga pushed her into a wall and choked her. Allegedly. Long story short, this settled out of court. So nothing had to be admitted or denied because money was paid. Yeah, if we take a little look right up here, this is another article, I think, from CNN that just breaks it down a little bit more succinctly. So let's have a little glance. So, this is the second allegation of abuse that this man has. But this one was settled. He agreed to settle the alleged assault case with no admission of guilt, and to which his lawyer, so this is the amount of money that was spent because of all of those alleged no-nos that happened. And then his lawyer speaks a whole lot of lawyer-ese and added at the very end, Alexander McBoogason is considered innocent. And legally, yes, Alexander McBoogersons is legally considered innocent. Now, I want to connect this to a couple of other things, but first we need to get to this section here. Other members of the crowd started booing and then drowned out the heckler with applause before Boogason began his post-match speech. Asked about the incident in his post-match press conference, the Booga told reporters he didn't want to open the discussion. I think that there are no more accusations. There haven't been for what? 9 months now? Good for the heckler. I think she was the only one in the stadium who believed anything in that moment. If that's the case, good for her. I think I've done everything I can, and I'm not about to open that subject up again. Couple things to discuss here. We're going to start off in this paragraph. So I don't think there are any more allegations. Not, I didn't do it. Not, that's incorrect, like she's wrong. I don't think there's any more. I think that the cup of people that could say, hey, I did stuff, I think for the best of my knowledge, I think that cup is empty. So, because nobody said anything for about 9 months, so I think I'm in the clear. That's what that is giving. And then we move down to here with the good for her. Now, as somebody who allegedly did some pretty terrible things to women, and the mother of their children, once again, if those allegations, were hypothetically true, the ladies don't think that that baby is going to protect you from him. Don't assume that. Not him as in this Booga McBoogersons, but your personal Booga. It don't matter. But they know that the best thing that they can do is just stop talking. I don't want to bring it back up again. And that's what a lot of them do. That's what a lot of them do, regardless of if they're abusers or manipulators or dab, 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 dab. The best thing that they can do for themselves, not for you, for themselves, is just stop talking, is to just hide and put everything under the rug so that way you don't ask those questions. When you're on a date with somebody, you don't necessarily want to ask them, oh my gosh, like, do you have any pending allegations about abuse? Are you on a registry that I need to know about? Are you on a... They know to just stop talking about those things and to let the romance sweep you away so that way you're like, oh, well, it couldn't possibly be this person. There's no way that I don't even need to look up this person in a database because there's no way the person in front of me could possibly X, Y, and Z. Every single time, look up that man. Look up that man. And calling out things like these allegations are so helpful to women around the world. And this, unfortunately, is a common response. Other members of the crowd started booing and then drowned out the heckler with applause. And this leads me to the very last thing that I want to talk about. Do you remember the white lady that was dragged out of the Idaho town hall meeting for just asking a normal question? And then 4 men with zip ties who were not, she was like, who are you? And they dragged her out. They never answered. We don't know if they were associated with a deputy. Supposedly they were the security force. It was giving militia. It was giving militia. But they dragged her out. They zip tied her. They hurt her. And not only is she a doctor, she is also somebody that ran for a Democratic seat within Idaho. And she's a white lady. And in a room full of mostly other white people, she was considered a heckler, but as the man on the microphone, the booga on the microphone, was calling her a little girl and was making fun of her as she was being assaulted in real time, people applauded and people tried to drown her out. And the closest thing to help that she got were other white ladies eventually saying, oh no, you're hurting her. Oh no, stop. Calling out a thing is very important. Calling out a thing is very, very important. And why so many Black people, especially Black women, are taking a soft seat, taking a soft, gentle seat with their chamomile tea and their weighted blankets and being like, all right, we'll see. We tried our best. Let's see what you guys can do. Y'all didn't want to listen to us. Let's see what you guys can do. Is because we are being shown time and time again how other people, especially white people, do community, which is not doing community at all. How do y'all stand up for injustice? How do y'all create community? How do y'all uplift each other? How do y'all protect each other? Right now, with just the answer to all of those things, it's giving you don't. Nobody even tried to help that white lady. None of her sisters and the pink pussy hats and the, oh my gosh, women and we believe women and yeah, girl power. Nobody helped her. This heckler was drowned out by her peers and booed. I just want y'all to sit with that. And when I say community is how we survive this, community is how we survive this. But as I've said before, I have no evidence that y'all know how to do community. So there is that. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Please tippity type them in the comments section. And I'm going to see y'all later. Stay safe out there.